Yeah, one of the saddest things in Big Run that I've ever run into was the big flood in '96.
Okay.
Because after that, it really done the job down to lowering the Big Run. It was afterwards, after the water had gone down. Well, whenever it was up, down where the old railroad track goes across, I had waders on, fishing waders, and it was up to here on me. I couldn't get down the whole way. And then afterwards, why there's pictures in the book that they put out about it, but it was just like driving through a tunnel. People had appliances and furniture and everything else lined up on both sides of the road.
Oh, cleaning out the basements.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
even the first floor, if it was
even
that
the
deep.
first floor, yep.
Oh.
Yep, people lost an awful lot, and that was one of the saddest times that I couldn't do anything about it, except through the government, through the council, arranged with the National Guard, and they eventually picked up everything and hauled it away to some place, and then people took a while to get back on their feet.
Oh yeah.
But it was, and then we had the train derailed over here just out of Big Run, what we call Foxburg, and they had chemical cars in it, and we evacuated the whole town.
Oh my. Oh my. Did any of them spill?
It was just the fumes and stuff that they were afraid of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we evacuated the town and went through that, and then we had a tornado going through Big Run.
Down here?
Yeah, down where, just before you get down to the bridge, there's where the Dollar General store is. There was a trailer. Jack Lowmaster and his wife lived there, and they had a young boy. And that tornado come in from this way, went right through the trailer, sucked her out of the trailer, took her across the street, and there were big power lines. She hit the power lines and twirled around and fell down dead. And her son was probably from here to that chair, away from her whenever that happened.
Wow.
And then it continued over and didn't do an awful lot of damage to the town itself, except for that killed that one woman. So we've had a little excitement here in town.
Yeah, that's...
Had a couple of floods, but it's still the best place in the world to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have such traffic like the cities and so.
No traffic.
But people are crazy. People are crazy. I love that song. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Coming from Punxsutawney, I followed this vehicle going 40 miles an hour the whole way from Punxsutawney to Big Run. They got the Big Run, and they were going 50 or better through town.
I follow them to Du Bois, and they have one speed. They only do 40. So no, it doesn't matter what the sign says, they'll do that speed.
Oh yeah, and you can't do anything about it because there's no place to pass.
It's 25, they're going 40. You can't. You know.
And if you get up to on the other side of Stump Creek, that long straight stretch up there where you can pass, there's 4 cars coming this way.
Oh, well,
and
always.
You can't pass any.
Always. Yep.
Yeah, it's been a good life. I have no regrets whatsoever. There's some things that I might have changed, but the hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah.
You can look back and say, well, I wish I'd have done this or what. But as a whole, I feel very blessed from living here. And like I said before, neighbors mow my lawn, and next door neighbor, I get his mail every day and take it over.
Oh, there you go.
I got a key to his house, and if something happens that like a utility man or something has to get in, why I'm normally around to take care of that. And then one night he called me and says, I need you. And his car was in the garage, so went to Du Bois and drove the other car back. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's just, he's been very good to me. And how in the world can you refuse something like that?
So you've lived in this neighborhood then for how many years, do you think?
Since 1960.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was that early.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where was the house you were born in?
I was actually born at my grandmother's up in a house.
Okay.
Up here about a quarter of a mile. And then I lived in Punxsutawney for just maybe a year or two in Elk Run.
Mm-hmm.
And then they moved to Big Run, and I've been in town for at least 84, 85 years, actually lived in Big Run.
Yeah.
But I've been, this is the only house I've ever lived in on my own, in a married life.
Yeah.
We lived up by the McClure Cemetery. That's where I went to high school, when I was going to high school down through there. And been an awful lot of good people from Big Run. Like I told you before, when the school closed, I just took away a lot of stuff.
It takes a lot of activity out.
Oh, activity and people buying homes because their kids could walk to school and things. And so there's been a lot of changes in people too. Mm-hmm. It just growing up, they always had committees for different things, recreation and so forth, to keep the kids busy in the summertime. And people, the committees normally had 5, 6 people on them, and now you can't find 5 or 6 people to do anything.
It's hard.
Very hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yep, it's just the.
So when you were in the military, what kind of work did you do?
I was a cryptographer.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, I went to school in Georgia, Southeastern Signal School, and then went to the Philippines, and we had a comm center, and we had guys that copied DITDA boys, we called them. They were the ones who, at that time, that was right prior to the Vietnam War, and they were copying stuff that we would decipher it, put it in the crypto, send it to Hawaii to headquarters.
You were putting it into the
We were
cryptography.
coding it all.
Oh, okay.
And then put the rotors in, and they would take it to headquarters in Hawaii. And that was the Philippines. Whenever you get up in the mountains, Baguio City and up around there, were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We you know how the Army is. I went up TDY to play ping pong up to Baguio City. As soon as I got over there, funny thing, the night that I landed, or the late afternoon, these guys that I would be working with took me to town. And we're walking down the street, and all at once, "Psst, hey Joe." I turned to my guy and I said, "I just landed here." He said, "You dummy, they call everybody Joe over here."
They thought it was you. That's good.
Yeah, that was funny. But the Philippines, actually, in the mountains are beautiful. And we went down to, of all people, to see Little Richard down in Manila.
Really?
And,
halfway around the world.
Yeah. And, some of the most beautiful, they call them mestizos, half Filipino and half Japanese, I think, or whatever, just like China dolls. Beautiful, beautiful women. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had some crazy things happen. When I was down at Southeastern Signal School, I saw Elvis when he was first starting.
For real?
Yeah, in 1956.
Wow. Was it as big a deal as they make it out to be?
No, not then. He was going through his routine and everything, but at the same time, nothing compared to his showmanship whenever he caught on and so forth.
Yeah.
But that was kind of tell people I knew. Well, the same thing, the Sykesville Fair used to bring in singers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One year they brought in Neil McCoy, and the next year was Toby Keith.
Oh, really?
Long before he got as famous as he was before he
Yeah.
passed. But they were actually here at the Sykesville Fair.
Yeah.
I remember they tried to get George Strait, and he just wanted too much money to
Yeah.
go back in the sticks of Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that's a.
Was there any movie theaters you liked when you were growing up?
When I was in high school, I used to go down to pool hall on Sunday evening, and Paul Merrill and Jim Weaver always went to the movie on Sunday evening, and they'd take me along with them down to the Alpine Theater.
Okay.
And there were times whenever you felt something near your feet, the rats on.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
And then, of course, I had the Jefferson Theater on Finley Street. So we, a lot of times, they took a bus down on Saturday afternoon. They had a matinee, Hopalong Cassidy or somebody,
Okay.
Yeah, and I still cannot remember. I was very active playing baseball, I don't know how I got to Punxsutawney. In fact, going back to the playground where your mother-in-law with the marble champ.
Yeah. Yeah.
How I got down there, I have no idea.
That's I was trying to figure out how, because she did not always live in Punxsutawney either.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how you guys had met even.
I don't know, but my mother kept the Spirit always had a caption of Teen League baseball, and I bet she cut out in my baby book. She kept these clippings and stuff, and I can't remember always hitchhiking or something. I got there somehow.
Yeah.
But how, I'm not quite
Did your folks have a car?
No.
Okay.
No, we never had a car.
And there wasn't streetcar service?
Oh, no. No, it was... I was down in front of the War Memorial, or down in front of the school one day, hitchhiking in high school, and this guy, big Harley Davidson, stopped. Where are you going? Punxsutawney. I knew the guy because he had dated my aunt, and so I climbed on, holding on, and we got up McCracken Hill, and I swear that my right foot dug on the cement.
Leaned a little bit too much.
Then we got down the Riker Straight stretch, coming into Punxsutawney, and there was at that time there was a broken line. You could pass there, so I'm on the back of this motorcycle. We're going down with a guy ahead of us, and I could look out, and there was a guy just coming out of Punxsutawney, and we go around this guy right in between the two of them. I would have sworn that I had brown when I got to Punxsutawney. I never got back on a motorcycle again.
No, that wasn't
One
your
trip
thing.
was enough for me. Oh my God! And then my kid come home one night, after he got married, and I heard this motorcycle out front, and here was my son, but he didn't have it very long. But my youngest brother, or second youngest brother, who lives out on 36 now, was had a motorcycle, and he wrecked it up at the past Anthony's Crossing, so whenever they called me and told me that he was up there, and I went to got up there. He got beat up a little bit, but. Didn't, not enough to hospitalize.
Oh.
But he was going through a divorce then, and he was staying here with the wife and I, but motorcycles are, no.
Yeah, a little too dangerous.
Oh boy, I can't even see the pastor and his wife. They come over quite frequently on big Harley.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, he drives a Harley. In fact, him and he's got I think 3 other buddies that are all of them in their 70s and 80s, and they all over Western Pennsylvania.
I know some folks that use the Red Wings, I think they call them, or Gold Wings.
Gold Wing.
Yeah, the biggest ones. But yeah.
My neighbor next door here has one, and they go out some Thursday and Friday. There's 3 or 4 of them get together and they go someplace. And I suppose that's okay, but not for me.
No.
I don't need any of that.
I like some metal between me and the out of doors.
You got that right. Yeah, that's but it's a doggone shame that young people can't get away from those video games.
Yeah, it does seem like we're absorbed too much by the screens.
Oh my. Yeah, it's too bad. But
do you remember your first television set?
oh my God. No.
No?
It was a long time.
Long time.
Because we were not flush with money, of course. And I can remember the first television set I ever saw was teacher down school here got one, and it was about that big around.
That's it?
Oh yeah. That's the first stuff I still can't figure how they do some of the stuff they do on television.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch The Wall? It's on every night, and they invite people who have done something for their community out of the ordinary.
Okay.
And invite them to come and to play The Wall on this huge big wall, and these balls drop down and land in different places. You can actually, there's a possibility if you got everything perfect, you could walk away with $12 million.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh yeah. But Rose and I always hope and pray that their guarantee is as good as what's on the wall at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that they walk away with some money.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, but a couple last night, they have what they call a free fall. They have 5 different questions for them. The ball will come down, 3 balls will come down, whatever they land in, that's the total, and they'll put it up on the wall. And after 5 balls, whatever's on the wall is their guarantee.
Okay, all right.
So this people had $115,000 guarantee. Plus, there's 5 answers that and if they got all 5 of those answers, that's for each one of those is $20,000.
Nice.
Which is a very good guarantee to walk away with.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, she chose to challenge the wall when there was nothing on the wall.
Oh.
They walked away with nothing.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Bummer.
But
do you remember some of the scandals back?
I was just reading on the different. There was, I think, 10 different scandals that happened. Where one of them was, I think, on the wall, the Wheel of Fortune. I think it was, where his wife and her brother were sitting out in the thing, and if they coughed, and they knew the answer.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and they even fixed the lottery.
Somebody
remember that?
Put paint inside one of the balls.
Yeah,
or something.
Joe Perry
Made it just a little
actually
heavier.
got fired from.
Somebody just woke up.
Yeah, that Channel 4, I think it was, that guy, somehow, whatever it was, but there's always somebody trying to beat the odds.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's just human nature, I guess, for some people and I never saw so many shootings and stuff in my life. Every time.
That's scary.
And another thing is, almost once a week you find somebody that has come to Jefferson County for to meet up with some
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
and doctors and lawyers, people with
People that should know better.
oh my God!
Yeah.
Well, everybody should know better,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
So what was this interview all about?
everything, and
Just
they
a
were
little
still
bit of
going
everything.
Oh.
But you can sit down and listen
Sure,
in if
you
you
can
want,
sit.
as long as you keep the puppy.
Aha, so that's a neat way of doing it.
Yeah, it makes it real
Is this for
portable.
the Historical Society or the paper?
The Historical Society, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you give them all the information about the EMT program and the first responder? No.
No?
We haven't got that far yet.
Oh,
Okay.
well, Bill Startzel, Greg Walkup,
Oh,
Emma
yeah.
Wingert,
We've always
Josie
had-
Walt, Josie Kerr,
Yeah, we've always had a.
and we were the first EMT program in Big
Okay.
Run.
Nice.
First responders.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, actually, we were one of the first courses at Jeff Tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And nowadays, in those days, they had several.
Uh-huh.
Now, as you know, following the newspaper for Pete's sake, ambulance services are hurting for people.
Yeah, shrinking the number of people.
yeah.
Yeah.
But and then we had lots of people in the ambulance services and the EMTs and even fire companies had a lot more people than they got now. But all going back to the volunteers and people in town.
It seems like those groups are starting to grow again, so I'm
Well, I'm
glad to
hoping
see
so.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm very happy to see that throughout the country, I think God is coming back into play. They've had several revival in some of the colleges and stuff, which is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's. You just whenever you hear the news and what's going on, you wonder, well,
Yeah.
man, we're getting into stuff that
Well,
absolutely
you
crazy.
need people who can help out, and that sounds like that was a big thing with
Yeah.
getting some EMTs working. And
Yeah, they.
was there an ambulance bay or?
We didn't have an ambulance, but we had the auxiliary truck with the fire company and then we had Sykesville ambulance,
Okay.
and then Punxsutawney.
Yeah.
So as far as an ambulance, but how long did it take whenever you fell out here?
Louder, I don't have my grab my hearing aids.
No.
Um,
How long did it take whenever you fell in the front yard for the ambulance to get here?
oh my, it was terrible. It was over an hour.
That's a
Yeah,
long.
I
That's
couldn't find a
long
driver.
time.
Yeah. Scott North, at that time, he was working on working with the emergency services. And he said, Rose, I hate to tell you this, but if you or Joe are conscious and you can at all get in your own vehicle,
Best thing to do is
each
get
time
going.
we call, even for him, when we called the ambulance from Punxsutawney, it was over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
My whole problem is Rose is I can't handle her. I have to have help.
Yeah.
Getting
Can't do it all by
her.
yourself.
Yeah, I have a caregiver. Usually have a caregiver. Right now, it's even hard to get them.
Mm-hmm.
The company that I'm currently using can't. We've been without a caregiver for over a week now because the one we did have that was here a couple hours time didn't work. But yeah, through the years, we've been very blessed. Both of us. We've both been active in the community. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, like when the school was in
Big run.
Big Run, I set up the PTO program, and then right after that, Emma Wingert contacted me, and at that time we didn't have a first responder, so we set up a first responder, and with that, we actually people, like in our case, that were in, we did blood pressures and went to their homes and helped with the train derailment when that happened.
Yeah, he told me just a little bit about it. That's
Yeah,
pretty
when they
scary.
evacuated Big Run,
Yeah,
that was quite the. But we've both been very blessed. We both belong to both organizations, and
How long did it take to get the trains cleaned up and moved out?
They moved back into town, what, 2 days later?
it was 3 days
Yeah, 3 days.
before with the evacuation. They started at the lower end of town the day before, but right around where the derailment was, they didn't. In fact, they actually attributed, at the time I was diagnosed with cancer, there were 9 other people in Big Run with the same type of cancer, and they
In this little town, 9
they
people with the
attributed it.
same.
At that time, Jefferson County had the highest rate of cancer in the state, and they related to the fact and wondered if it might have possibly been the train derailment that might have affected.
Yeah, nothing's ever proved that, but they
Yeah.
thought that may have
So kind
attributed.
of unusual for.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
this
an
is not a
unusual
very
amount
big
of-
town
yeah.
to have the same kind, same time
and all of
frame.
them were breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So it just
Yeah.
Yeah, with the like I told Bill before, with the flood and with the tornado and with the train derailment, we've had some excitement in town. And yeah.
Tornadoes are not a small item to be
Oh,
dealing
no.
with. I mean, that's.
Tell you who is very sharp on history, and you know her very well, Shirley Sharp.
Oh yeah.
And she has that book that she wrote, the history book, very informative. And when we had our, in 1917 or 2017, when we had our 150th, she even, we had rides that you get on the bus and take you out the old Elnor shaft and
Okay.
where the mines were out there and so forth, and she instigated that. She was very good.
Was she talking on the?
I think she might have been narrating,
Yeah.
but yeah, she's very sharp whenever it comes to. She's very sharp, being sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of history around Big Run with the, at one time, the trolley went through town. It went right up the main street. And even today, whenever you get out of town, you can see where the old roadbed went up to Sykesville trolley.
This is a name of railroad.
Yeah, to take people back and forth the
To
trolley system.
A trolley. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They that was way back.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot of things by just sitting at that where the post office is now. Mm-hmm. Across from there is a big red building, and that used to be Hamilton's hardware, and they had a couple of benches there, and these old guys, the old timers, would go in there and sit and lie and
They playing checkers in there.
but every time that I got a chance, where I would go in there and sit in the back and just listen to them guys. Mm-hmm. Some of the things that happened at Big Run years ago, and so I got a pretty good knowledge of things that happened and people. Mm-hmm. And affairs and everything. Oh, they talked about it, for Pete's sake. Mm-hmm. But overall, I have no regrets of living in Big Run my entire life. We've always had something going on, and of course, it's always been the church. Mm-hmm. And through high school and grade school and high school, either had evening get together with the youth and keep you activated. And one thing that I do regret, that I never learned how to play the piano.
Oh,
Because
okay.
when I was in high school, if you could play the piano, you had like one girl on Church Street had a piano in her home, and that's where everybody gathered, just to go in and
Oh,
listen.
really?
Oh, if you could play the piano, well, you were the star of the show.
Okay.
And we'd stand around and sing and just have a good time.
Is there a particular kind of music that you all liked?
Oh, the popular music at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, songs that you probably wouldn't even think of. You're way too young for that. It gets me. We get a lot of have a lot of fun.
Square dances.
Pardon?
Square dances every.
Yeah, that's it. Every Saturday night.
It's my folks met square dancing, so
Yeah.
that has a place in my heart.
Alderman left and do-si-do, meet your partner, round you go.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
Kind of neat. The farm show still does some square dance stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had right up until the town or the school moved, the high school moved to Punxsutawney. We still had basketball teams, and we go up and play Benazet and Johnsonburg and various places. And then once we went to Punxsutawney, of course, everybody. And one of the crazy thing, a fellow by the name of Lyle Welsh, they called him Zug Welsh, and had never played football before. We didn't have a football team or anything, but he went to Punxsutawney and he tried out for the football team. And I'll never forget, back in old Harmon Field, the first they kicked off, he got the football and ran it back for a touchdown.
Hey.
Here's a kid from Big Rock. Of course, anything that happened with somebody from Big Rock was always looked up on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Between that and of course the beta tees and fashion shows.
Oh my! Yep, the Veda was very active, and then Big Rin always up until 10, 15 years ago.
Heck, when Beta was active, they had the fashion shows and the Beta tees and auctions.
Yep. We always had a baseball team, Big Run Brewers.
Like an adult one?
And we had one of the best fields around. And the older fellas knew how much clay to mix in with the sand and dirt and everything, and everybody loved to play it. And then, oh boy, Rossiter had a baseball team also, and they would come over and man, they would, that both teams would fight each other and everything else, and then
Like fist fights?
Oh no, just harass each other, and then after the game was over, they'd go back and sit in the bank and drink beer together.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah, that was I can remember playing, trying out for the team. And we went over to Oneida one night, and I'll never forget the first hit I got. I almost got through. It was into right field, but almost got thrown out of first base because I was so young and my feet wouldn't go. Had a lot of. We had a fellow from Big Run here, Dick Reinhardt, and he hit a baseball over the schoolhouse at Valier. He hit it clean up on the bank at Oneida, over the big tree in center field. He was a real big guy, and he was a catcher. And man, whenever he struck out a lot, but boy, when he hit the
When
ball,
it connected.
oh boy, yeah, like Otani with the Dodgers today. You hit a home run 450 feet wide. That's pretty good, prodigious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had some very good ball clubs in town. We've had a lot of the people from Big Run have excelled in Punxsutawney High School sports, and not only sports-wise, but valedictorians and salutatorians. Had some pretty smart people, but A lot of the house we used to live in at the upper end of town is gone. And at one time, Bill, we lived in a cabin that my grandfather built. When you go down the street here, you come upon Union Street that intersects with Pennsylvania Avenue. You go over, turn left, go over there about maybe 200-300 yards, and as you look up, there was a cabin on the side of the hill. My grandfather built it. And we were, why we moved, I have no idea, but we lived in the last house in town, which I no longer there, but we moved over in the cabin. They built on a end of the cabin for a bedroom for my mother and father. We had a pump in the kitchen, and one big room in with a big fireplace and a big mantle, beautiful at Christmas time. And upstairs, the peak of the oldest one, which was me, she got to sleep on the outside, and the other ones, we had to get out of bed and let them out. There was no way else.
You were kind of guarding them so they didn't get loose at night. Okay.
But people say, "You lived in a cabin?" Yeah, it was a necessity.
Well, it was probably warmer up top then.
Oh boy, yeah.
And since then, one of our cousins tore down the cabin and rebuilt it on his campsite.
Oh,
over
neat.
by Oneida.
Yeah, him and his family took lowboys up there and tore them big beams apart and so forth, and they rebuilt it over on the Oliveberg Road out of Oneida. Yeah, that was a lot of work.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, that was my Uncle Pershing, my mother's brother, helped my grandfather build the cabin and this barn down here, and that was a tribute to his stepfather. My uncle and his wife were awarded, Judge Morris at the time awarded 3 children from this couple that were drunks, and so the county deemed that the parents weren't worthy of keeping them, so they put them in custody of my uncle. And this one of those boys is I thought so much of his father that he and his family tore that down and took it over to. That was pretty good. Very good. But it's people still question about the living in the cabin.
Yeah.
We certainly did.
Is it a dirt floor?
No, and there was just a wood floor, but yeah, it was, like I said, at Christmas time it's absolutely beautiful with a big wide fireplace and so forth. And
So did your mom cook in the fireplace?
no, she cooked on the stove.
Had a real
in the
stove.
kitchen, yeah. The big cabin itself, and then there was a little kitchen, and then the end was their bedroom.
Okay.
And of course we had to pump water. There was no running water up there. And then on the hillside behind the cabin, my grandfather always had a big strawberry patch, and he had apple trees up there, and even raised ginseng at one time. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had friends who used to plant it in the woods so that it would grow.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, it's worth money. As a matter of fact, our son-in-law's father, that's what he lived on. That and gathering princess pine and then he would sell all that stuff, and that's what he lived on.
What's Princess Pine?
It's grows in the woods. You've seen it. It looks like pine trees. Only it's about that tall. They make Christmas wreaths out of them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. But there's patches of them all around in the woods, and of course you know where they are all at. And he would pick them for and sell them to people that are making wreaths and decorations. A lot of times they put them up and down the side of the doors, and yeah, there's an opportunist then.
Yeah.
Now, You talk to these young fellas, young people. They have no idea what ginseng is. They have no idea what princess pine is.
Yeah.
Things that, we used to. There was in the summertime, there was a man who stopped at the pool hall every Saturday, and he bought the. Let me think of it. We used to go out with a pair of old scissors and cut the, what do they call them? I made wine out of them. It was right on the tip of my tongue, and now I lost it. But anyhow, we'd load up gunny sacks full of these, and then he would buy them and take them to whoever made whatever. And then we picked huckleberries and blueberries and strawberries, and we'd get 25 cents a basket for. Today, find a kid to go after to sell a basket. No.
There's a fair amount of work involved.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Did your mom have special
elderberries? Is what I was
elderberries?
saying. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of work.
And
Dear
you just
God.
cut them off, and put them.
The little bitty.
Oh yeah, but they took them somehow, got them off the pods, and then whenever I was a kid, my grandparents lived here, and in the summer there was a pea vinery up the road here, about a mile, and the farmers raised peas in their field, and they would load them on these open farm wagons. And then they would go right up by here and go up and unload them up at the vinery. And my cousin and I would go out as the wagon was going by and pull off peas. I think we ate so many peas then that I can't stand a pea today.
You had too many.
Yeah, that was.
There's Vinton Keller and his garlic.
Oh yeah, down at the end of the street here, was well known for super garlic. People bought garlic off of, and he also, whenever a lot of these kids were younger, he had an old hearse, and that's how he hauled kids around.
What? Really?
He was into recreation, and they would go to play any kind of sports or whatever. They'd load them up in the hearse.
That might scare the other team a little bit.
Yeah, here comes Big Run.
Boo Davis and his fly tie.
Oh my, yeah,
He actually had an article in the Trout magazine.
He had his name was mentioned in several books. And the big fly company wanted him to tie flies for them because he was that good.
Nice.
He was wounded there. He lost a leg on Normandy in the Second World War. When he came back, his mother lived down in the house, and he moved in with her. And then he had no regular job, but he tied flies and guided people on streams and stuff. And it was one of the best. And it just so happened that another fellow from up in the country here, and Bob and I were very good friends when it comes to fishing. And we done an awful lot of fishing together. But he was, you can't go hardly any place that anybody that fishes that don't remember Bob Davis.
Yeah.
Boo Boo, wherever he got that name. I don't know, but yeah.
I had heard there was good trout around this area.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, and we used to like to go up to Kettle Creek, First Fork. In fact, I took my two oldest grandsons fishing, and we went up to Kettle Creek and stayed in a cabin up there. And it had a couch and a bunk bed. You know where they put Grandpa? On a couch.
On the couch.
But those boys remember that. One of them just took to fly fishing man, he just had natural. The other youngest one had to learn how.
A little tougher.
Yeah, a little tougher. But hopefully it'd give them memories to remember their childhood and stuff. But it's just been a really good, and like I mentioned before, the fact married before and have 2 children, and Rose had a girl and we had a boy, and but they all get along fine.
Got along pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Charlie was something special as far as taking care of mom and dad, because he really, I don't know where we'd be without him, to be very fair.
Yeah.
What's that?
Charlie. Yeah. Yeah, he was afraid that I was going to trip over the bathtub and end up in my nose. So he had the walk-in bathroom upstairs, and then he put this one downstairs for Rose. And
Good deal.
that's a big help, of course.
Yeah.
But now, Bill, I'll tell you what, it's my signature scripture is Philippians 4:19. My God will supply all my needs according to his riches in Christ Jesus. Need.
Yep. We have to remember the need part.
Some of the greeds that that we have, boy, now he does. But just going to Punxsutawney this morning, I come that close to hitting a deer. But that was one of my
perennial
needs.
danger.
I didn't need that.
This rural living.
Oh boy.
Now, with this, would you edit that and then put it in the library down there? Is that how that works?
Well, we're going to try to put it up on YouTube if it cooperates. We'll put it up on the internet. If it cooperates. So, well,
Yeah.
thank you very much for talking.
But he has one of the sharpest people around here for history. Shirley Sharp.
Shirley Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah.
Yeah, she helps us a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, because her and I talked for a while, kind of filled in the woman's side, the Beta organization and the PTO, and
She put it all together very well.
Good.
And I'll show you. This was, let's see, 17 minus 25 is how many? Can't remember now. 97 maybe was the well, there we are. Okay, that's my son Charles.
Ah, nice.
That's when he was in the Air Force. There again.
He's so much taller than you.
Well, I was 5'10" at one time, Bill.
Yeah.
But shortness now, but he's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. And that was our puppy before. That was my mother and father.
Uh-huh.
That was my brother's Greek wedding up in Massachusetts.
Wow.
Not my brother's oldest boy got married and we went up. That was a centennial.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
This is my dad and myself. I don't know whether you can get it any wider. I guess not. But we've had an awful lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of fun. And then we had Little Canada.
Okay.
It was a bar right across the bridge at the north end of town here.
All right. All right.
And it was there for years until somebody got it and then got cited for different things, and one thing led to another, and it's no longer there. But while it was there was got its name because Big Run was dry, and not allowed any bars in town.
Uh-huh.
So across the bridge into Little Canada.
Just that little bit. Into another country.
Now the stories that come out of there, of the pool, of the Little Canada, of the pool room down here, The pool room's still there. I mean, the building's still there, but it's an apartment building now.
Mm-hmm.
But like I told you before, Maggie and her husband, well, basically Maggie raised about half the kids in town. It was just everybody gathered there and shot pool or just to BS or whatever. But it was just one of those places that you get on Facebook that the two people of the past and Big Run always remember the pool hall.
Yeah, it was always there.
It was always there. But it's just been like I say, weather-wise and so forth, Bill, I think that we are very fortunate living where we're at, because you go south of us, you get terrible storms in the wintertime, and north of us in North Beatty.
Oh, yeah.
And we're very fortunate. The only bad part about it, we didn't have much rain this spring, but I mean this year. But God takes care of us.
Yeah, we've gotten enough.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Well, thank you very much for sharing this morning with me.
Oh my!
This has been good.
It was kind of a. Rose says, "Who's that? Who was that?" And I said, "That was my doctor." Wasn't the first name isn't Bill? I said, "Well, yeah, I know."
Yep. Oh yeah.
As I see him at the vets twice a year. No.
All right. All I got was one picture of you. It didn't take any video at all.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We'll try again. You're doing good.